Hello everybody, my name's Erica and welcome to my channel Ginger Books, or this portion of my channel Ginger Books, or welcome back if you're a continuing watcher or subscriber. Hello everybody, and I have some explaining to do, I know. My upload schedule for at least books has been, or for Ginger Books portion of this and booktube, has been very out of whack. And I believe even for Ginger Snaps Gaming 19, the Sims side of it too. And I believe I have explained at the beginning of a Sims video a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to explain a little further, just in case if you guys do not watch my Sims content and just my book content. So, life has been interesting. The last, well, almost 2 months, definitely month. Pretty much it started where we got hit by a couple of the tornadoes that came into our region of Iowa back in April. I think it was like April 11th or April 12th. And our barn, luckily it's mostly intact except for the upper part of that wall and some of the roof, obviously. And some downed trees, so we were kind of busy cleaning it up. That I was trying to vlog Breaking Dawn through that whole thing. But I just, with how busy we were, I ended up scrapping it because I just didn't feel comfortable releasing something that just did not have enough content. Then work started. I was back in office before we opened the next week, and then we opened the following week. Again, just didn't feel like there was enough content to the vlogs, and then by then I had finished Breaking Dawn. So, reasons why you guys will be getting a review video. But then the beginning of this month, it got chaotic, so I just decided not even to try to vlog. And then the next week, my boyfriend ended up going to an emergency doctor visit and is now in a boot. So dealing with the stress of dealing with work, trying to figure out what, our options are, trying to get him where he, the medical attention he needs. So yeah, as you can tell, it's been interesting. So my headspace has been kind of all over the place. Next minute, I'm very happy. Next minute, I'm just letting my thoughts run rampant and I'm depressed and anxious. So I figured, vlogging I think will be a very good distraction. This weekend, I don't have much going on. So yeah. But through this, as I've been trying to vlog Midnight Sun, I am on chapter 11 of the book. I've been listening to the audiobook as well as reading it. So far, I've been listening more to the audiobook than actually reading the physical book. However, my loan is about to expire. I will maybe place another hold on it just in case, if I can get it back. A lot of people are reading Midnight Sun, so I wanted to vlog. So this is technically not a reread, so it's not kind of part of the reread vlog series, but I just wanted to read this book since I have never read it before, and it hadn't, I think it was released, a year or two ago? It hasn't been released that long. To see if I can change my mind of how I feel about Edward's character. And hopefully, since this book is supposed to be his point of view of Twilight, maybe go more in depth of his character and how he thinks and the reason why he acted the ways he did. And actually, I am starting to get a pretty good understanding, so my mind has changed a little bit towards him. Some of the moments I've experienced, I do have to shake my head, but in a way, and I've never thought I would say this, I'm starting to relate to Edward a little bit when it comes to the anxiety. However, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt, because I know newborns, their emotions are very heightened, so they have to be very careful. But I think it's all across the board for vampires that their emotions are a little bit more heightened, hence why they kind of get attached more easily and stay attached when they find somebody that clicks with them. As well as it's very, even though it's traumatizing to anybody, traumatizing when they lose that, connection or anything like that, and is very protective over it. So I guess I get that point, but it's it's still kind of that point to me where it's like very borderline toxic, and it's like, okay, I get it, vampires act this way, but if Edward was aware of it, why didn't he try to back off? And you know what? At the beginning, he made it where it was her choice to be with him. So I can see where almost like that 180 flip happens, where he doesn't realize he might be taking her choices away by overly protecting her. That you see in New Moon and Eclipse, but yeah. So I'm starting to understand his character a little bit more as we dive deeper more into Midnight Sun. Now, this will not be my own. I think the last book we'll be reading before we kind of, leave the Twilight Saga is I am going to read they call it like the gender flip of Twilight, where instead the female is the vampire and the male is the human. So, as you can tell, I am currently at work. I have a few things I would like to get done today before the end of the week and say Friday. But I'm also going to listen to it. As I said, we're on chapter 11, but yeah. So let's get to work and reading. Almost 7 p.m. on Sunday. Usually Sundays I don't vlog, but I'm kind of extending the vlog into next Saturday, just, it's not going to be a weekend vlog, so. But hello. So I did read yesterday, and can I remember where I left off? Crap. They believe they were talking in the cafeteria, and Edward had asked Bella if they had to go to Seattle, if they could go hang out somewhere else, and then him getting angry because, wanting Nacetta to bring you back, you should tell Charlie. However, Bella's more worried about pretty much getting killed by Charlie than killed by him. Which, in a way, this woman Bella is like this, I don't blame him for thinking that she is kind of nuts because, she knows what he is and what could happen to her, but she's just, not afraid of that. Is she, a thrill seeker? Does she, not care about her own safety? Even if he wasn't a vampire, you should still be telling people where you're going with somebody that you don't really actually know that well. So in case if something happens, you don't come back. But, I don't know. We worried about it back then. Why are we not? I don't get it. I also agree with Edward. This is the first time I've ever said that came out of my mouth. I agree with Edward. Sorry, excuse my French. What the frick? I try not to swear on camera, guys. Sometimes it comes out. But sorry if you hear me sniffling. I'm a little stuffed up because I switched my allergy medication. I usually can't take off-brand because off-brand, ibuprofen, Tylenol, allergy medicine does not work with me. I'm sorry, I wish I would have had more a better update, I guess. I'm blanking on where I left off. And it might be because I'm just tired. I'm not gonna lie. I've been up since like around 8 o'clock because I came up and pretty much spent the whole day at my friend's place up north. That's actually where I'm driving back home from. And got to ride Kira, or her full name is Shakira. Got to help out with the lesson, got chores done, groomed some horses, because technically I come up here because for free board for fancy and lessons, I come up and work. So I did that today. I'm just hoping I don't catch flack for it because I know I need to get Thai exercise. Yeah, so I'm on my way home. I figured I would pop in and talk to you guys so that I had something for this weekend besides reading. Which, yay, we read, actually. And I might go home and read some more. 100% sure. I haven't heard anything from my boyfriend all day, which usually he knows when I'm up at my friend's place. I don't usually have my phone on, vibrate or sound, and I usually have my music playing. So, yeah. But I kind of wanted to also run through kind of the itinerary this week. I don't really have a whole lot going on other than coming back up here Thursday, because that's usually my normal day I come up for lessons anyways. And yeah, there's really not a whole lot. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend here next weekend. And then I have Monday off, so I'll have a 3-day weekend. So yeah, that'll be fun. I think my parents are camping next weekend. I think. I might be wrong. I'll have to ask them. I was thinking about popping in, but I've literally I think I've talked to my mom almost every day this week because of some of the stuff that was going on last week. And again, not getting into it, but it's pretty stressful not knowing the unknown. And that's why I just needed a day to come up and hang with my friend and just hang around Fancy and Shakira. I just really needed that day. Not saying Ty wouldn't have done the same thing for me, but him constantly fighting wouldn't have helped my mental headspace, if that helped. If that makes sense, just because of how, I don't know, it just made me feel even more horrible. I don't know. I mean, he's been doing great. He really has. But, and then maybe I'm thinking I might be psyching myself out thinking if I push him anymore, he's gonna do his little thing again that he's done. But anyways, I'm talking about Ty again. Gosh dang it. So, other than that, there's really not much to do this week. We have chances of rain Tuesday and then higher chances on Wednesday, and then we're supposed to have possibly chances of storms on Saturday, so it might not even be a good week to ride outside. So and it's supposed to be cold, so, and it won't warm up until this weekend. Plus I can't ride and I just realized I can't even ride Ty this weekend anyways, because my uncle and aunt are going to be gone to South Dakota. So yeah. Anywho, oh, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to do chores before I head up to my friend's place on Thursday then, because I probably won't be back at a reasonable time. Anyways, just thoughts. Well, I'll probably let you guys go. If I do pop in to read, I do pop in to read. If not, I will probably see you guys tomorrow. So, see you in the morning. Hello everybody and good morning. It is 10:30 on a Monday and I actually woke up in a pretty great mood. So yay for new Monday moods instead of being depressy or angry because I don't want to be here. I don't know. Hello and good morning. So today at work, if you can't tell, I'm at work. Sorry, my pop's in the way. I have already gotten some of my office things done that I needed to, and so I need to move on to finding church items for the seasonal display that's going to be in the church. And it opens next Wednesday, our regular season. So all of our buildings will be open for tours. So I need to get that done. It's not too hard. The only thing that's kind of hard, and I've already kind of done, is the history. And instead of putting them out as little just history paragraphs, I figured what I would do is do a timeline on a poster board and then just let the items kind of speak for themselves what they are. And we already have like a description because we do have Past Perfect, which is a widely used database type program to help keep track of your items in your museum and to kind of get them digitized onto computer for records. And I've also kind of done my own Excel sheet work, and I do have items that are in a box that I did find upstairs, and then I do have to go to the church. So I'm doing that all this week, just because next week I will be trying to get the newsletter out, the summer newsletter out. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do for work. Also today, we're going to go and get groceries because I do not want to be caught getting groceries towards the end of this week because it is Memorial Weekend. So I figured I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of the way and get our groceries for the week on today. And I'm going to the town that's just not too far away from us that has a Walmart. And yeah, so not a whole lot to do today. I also will be editing the Fairy Loot. Actually, I'm wondering if that video has already been edited. I feel like that video's already been edited and posted. I need to figure out what video I'm supposed to be on to edit and push out. Or post to you guys, not push out, but you catch my drift. So I need to get that done. I do not have my tripod, and I would love to kind of do a work montage of me finding the items, but I don't know how that's going to work because you're technically mounted on like a pencil case phone charging dock thing, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. So if I don't do that, I do apologize, but if I figure it out, it'll be inserted here. But I need to get to work, and I will update you guys a little later. Okay, so as I was reading on page 260, and it's kind of interesting that, the many different ways of how Edward is trying to say he's not good for Bella and trying to leave. However, those things are also what's making him stay. So one thing is Bella's existence is tied to 1,000 delicately balanced chemical processes also easily disrupted. The rhythmic expansion of her lungs with that flow of oxygen was life or death to her. The fluttering cadence of her fragile heart could be stopped by so many stupid accidents or illnesses, or by me. So, and the reason why I think he brings in the oxygen thing is because as they were staring at each other and feeling this electricity in the air, he feels like he started, his heart, who has not beat for 100 years, is starting to beat again frantically. As hers, breath, she's not breathing. Like the air is caught in her throat or her lungs. Also, this next portion, which, in a way, I kind of knew this from reading the Twilight Saga, but it's nice to hear that there was two other Cullens besides Rosalie who felt this way. So in the next paragraph, I did not believe that any member of my family, except possibly Emmett, would hesitate if he or she were offered a chance back, if he or she could trade immortality for mortality again. Rosalie and I, Carlisle, too, would stand fire for it, burn for as many days or centuries as we were necessary. Most of our kind prized immortality above all these things. There were even humans who craved this, who searched in dark places for those who could give them the blackest of gifts. Not us, not my family, who would trade anything to be human. But none of us, not even Rosalie, had ever been as desperate for a way back as I was now. It's kind of nice to know that the Cullens, the reason why they live a vegetarian diet is because they kind of see immortality more as a curse than the gift like everybody else has, because of the side effects of the immortality. However, I feel like the strongest players, like it is mentioned, is Rosalie, Edward, and Carlisle, who definitely would have, if they had a choice, they would have chose to stay mortal, because they didn't agree with this lifestyle. Now, Jasper and I feel like Esme would be the same way. Emmett, he says, is kind of on the fence, which is understandable. Alice and Jasper, I feel like would also be on the fence because Alice didn't really have a very good human life and she doesn't remember anything from her human life. So why would she want to be mortal again and feel that weak? Jasper, I think he should be added to the one that would burn for centuries, in Edward's words. Just because I feel like he would rather be mortal and face a mortal life than be subject to this pain of always being hungry around people. So, and almost wanting to kill people because he's hungry. So, kind of interesting. Kind of neat. Gives them a little bit more of a human aspect to what they call themselves as monsters. So, kind of something that Edward doesn't really seem to realize until, like, Eclipse and Breaking Dawn. A little bit. So, that he's not the monster that he thinks he is. So, definitely interesting. Interesting. Okay, so just 2 pages later on 262, this is really nice to see because obviously Edward, even if people are trying to hide something or not, he's always going to know how they truly feel and their intent by reading their mind. And this was really cool because, you know, Rosalie, she does admit she's jealous of Bella. She doesn't particularly hate her, but she doesn't particularly like her either because of the jealousy, feeling like she's choosing wrong. We find that out in Eclipse. However, it's nice to hear it here, but I could see how much her judgment was clouded by her jealousy of the girl. It was more than the fact that I found Bella so much more compelling than I had Rosalie. Her jealousy had twisted and shifted focus. Bella had everything Rosalie wanted. She was human. She had choices. Rose was outraged that Bella would put this in jeopardy, that she would flirt with the darkness when she had other options. Rose thought she might even trade faces with the girl she thought as homely if she could have her humanity in the bargain. So you see even the true colors. See, like, Edward understands where she's coming from. She's more jealous at the way she feels Bella is carelessly just wasting her humanity by putting herself in jeopardy. She has choices. She has options that, you know, were ripped away from her. So it's not like she hated her, even though she keeps saying that she keeps trying to find a justification to hate her, but in reality, she was actually more jealous of her than she actually did hate her. And you get that confirmation here with Edward reading her mind, which is great. Okay, I know. I'm just like 2 pages later, 264. The one thing that this book is doing really good at, because obviously you get more of Edward's side of everything, but you also get more of the family side of what happened, in between scenes and plot points, because, Twilight is Bella's perspective. With this one, we get more of the family dynamic, and it's so nice to see more of the family dynamic between everybody. And one of them is also because, first, I am like one of the minority that liked Rosalie as a character. I think Nikki Reed's played her so well in the movies. I just loved everything about her. And one thing, she was really, really mad that she thought Edward pretty much told Bella what they were, like, because of his puppy dog love obsession with her, kind of in her words. And in reality, it was because of Bella's connections and her uncanning to find the truth, or to uncover the truth of some puzzles and mysteries. And Alice knew, because of her visions, that Bella would come to this on her own because of how observant she is. And, you know, Rosalie was going to threaten to destroy a very authentic, very original, and very rare Aston Martin. However, this is what Edward said. She rolled and stalked off toward the garage, but she was the one bluffing. If it wouldn't hurt me, there was no point to the exercise. Of all of my family, she was the only one who loved cars the way I did. Mine was too beautiful to vandalize for no reason. I wonder if we find out why she loves cars so much. Because it just seems, for somebody who grew up, I think she grew up in the 1920s, 1930s? I think 1930s. Being this proper girl who wanted, you know, a nice house, a husband, children, you know, makes you wonder how she got into cars. I would really love to know that and know more about her character in that way. I wonder if we'll get that. I hope we do. Okay, so I'm on page 270. Where was this in Twilight? Where were these 20 questions? Because it's Edward's turn to ask the questions to get to know Bella. Where were these answers? Like, where were these? Like, her favorite movies being, you know, Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth or something like that. Vertigo and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Beauty and the Beast, The Empire Strikes Back. Like, and then her favorite places to go, Prince Edward Island, Anne of Green Gables. She wants to see New York and try to hail a cab, you know, for the first time. Like, where were these? Where were these? Just because it kind of gives you more of an insight to Bella as a person. Instead of the 2D thing that we were trying to meet in Twilight. I mean, this just shows I feel like a lot of growth that Stephanie Myers has done writing these characters for this series, but gosh dang it. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading. Hello everybody and good morning. It is almost 10:30, and so obviously I'm at work, and is it today Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So, hello everybody. As you can tell, I am kind of perky this morning. I don't know, I've just been waking up in a really great mood, even though I feel like I should find things not to be happy about. Is that weird? That almost sounds like self-sabotaging. So last night, I would have vlogged, but last night I kind of just hung out with my boyfriend and dog, and then, lady, and then kind of started filming Sims videos. Like, I kind of planned out what I want to do, and so to explain what's going to happen is I'm not going to post any more bookish content this month, just because I just feel like with everything and stress that has been going on, I think it might just be safe to say to just push it and just start fresh next month. And kind of have a better start and outlook to the next month, because I'm not going to lie, these last 2 months, pretty much most of April and pretty much all of May have really been just a weird roller coaster of things. And, you know, life just likes to remind you in the universe that it actually really is in control. You're not always in control. So, and that is completely okay, because, you know, you don't know how strong you are until you get to that light at the end of the tunnel and look back at what you've been through. Even if it seems like you're never going to climb over that mountain or that hill or that obstacle, whatever you want to call it. So, life philosophy, 10:30 in the morning. So, I decided just to start getting some Sims things done. I don't know if I definitely need to have one edited by next week, but kind of get in the process of just editing over the next 2 weeks. Sims videos are pretty easy just because I do, sometimes I try to edit it out, but sometimes you might see me kind of look over. I write down timestamps to edit out. Sometimes I edit a little bit more than that out if there's a lot of like conversational breaks or something like that, but I usually try to write down all of my timestamps of what I want to cut out of it or fast forward through. So the ones in the fast forward, you kind of see me like write something down. That is what I'm doing in those videos. So It's a lot easier on me when I go back to edit, and literally, to be honest, I can have 4 Sims videos literally edited within like an hour, hour and a half because of that. It saved me so much time, and it looks like people are enjoying that editing style, so I've been getting views on the Sims videos with that, so. The books take a little bit longer just because, you know, I can't do that while filming. It's kind of weird. So that does take me longer, but that is okay. That is completely okay. But today, I just have some office work to get done, and I do have a docent coming today. So this afternoon, I might go ahead and wait to put out the church display stuff because we do have an event that's happening later on in June that is going to require some of that stuff having to be moved. So I'm starting to think, and I might ask my collections manager to see what she would like to do. I might just wait until July 1st before putting anything out, but I can still get the legwork done, get that all squared away, kind of put it off to the side, or maybe even put it in the building, just put it off to the side, and then we can worry about it beginning of July to get everything ready. So it's just office work and then finishing up some research things and starting some other research things that I have to kind of get done. So, and sending emails. I have not read much anymore other than what you saw yesterday of Midnight Sun. We did get to page 276, and I'm going to say, like, a lot of these, like, little Easter eggs from Twilight, you know, their conversations, hearing it from Edward's point of view has been very enlightening. But also, like I said yesterday, I just cannot get over how much more in depth we're getting of Bella and Edward's character in this book than we got through the whole Twilight series. I feel like Stephanie Meyers maybe has listened to some of the grievances and also and this shows how much an author can grow. Especially since this book has recently came out, how much an author can grow within a series. And I really like seeing that, even though there are still behavioral things with Edward's character that I will love to change, but, you know. But anyways, I'm kind of stalling. I do need to get to work, so I will let you guys go for now, and then maybe I'll have some reading here in the afternoon, because I've been kind of breaking to be able to read in the afternoon at like 2 o'clock, and it's helped a lot, trying to just get things done by 2 o'clock. Whatever doesn't get done, I can push off to the next day. And I've had a very better kind of mental headspace since doing that, so yeah. But anyways, I'm kind of stalling now, so I need to get to work, so I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so not even a page in at the bottom. So this kind of almost sets up for the reason why Edward wasn't too upset about Jacob and like reading his mind, because this is how he described it. The boy followed Bella as he escaped to the kitchen. His infatuation was clear in his every thought, but it was not hard to listen to his mind, the way it was with Mike Newton or her other admirers. There was something very engaging about Jacob Black's mind. Pure and open. It reminded me a bit of Angel's, only to some demur. I felt suddenly sorry that this particular boy was born my enemy. He was the rare kind of mind that was easy to be inside, restful, almost. Proof that they didn't hate each other at first. And in a way, he never really did hate him. He was more agitated at the reason why Bella was so torn between the two, but interesting. late just because reasons why is my loan agency for my student loan called me, and I wanted to make sure everything was okay, because usually they don't call me, and it turns out it is okay. It was about an email that was sent to me last week about me being selected for my student loan to transfer over to another neighboring agency. Only reason because, you know, my loan is healthy. I don't have any curing interest or something like that. I can't remember the terminology that they exactly used, but yeah. So I had to solve that real quick because otherwise that would have been on the back of my mind the entire time. So went and got that done, and now I'm just pretty much on trying to get myself to work so I'm not completely late. But today on the agenda, I have some research things that I kind of just want to switch over and kind of do because I need to get those done. Then today after work, I do start going. My uncle and aunt and cousin are leaving for a trip to go up to South Dakota for the weekend. So I'm watching both farms starting this evening to Sunday morning. So I have to go quickly home and do chores real quick, and then I'm heading up to my friends like I normally do on Thursdays. So, you know, it sounds like she has some plans for us, stuff to do. So thought we were riding horses today, but we might not just because it is rainy and yucky right now, and wet. Rain's supposed to stop by, I think, this afternoon, but we will see. But yeah, so come along with me to work as we research genealogy. Decided just to read this afternoon since I couldn't focus. And something was really interesting because Alice said this first. And Edward, of course, cannot wrap his brain around it right now of Bella's choices. But she says, of course, this is all you, she thought. She was still picturing the unlikely trio on the sofa. This doesn't take her wishes into account. What do you mean, her wishes? Did it never occur to you that Bella might not be willing to lose you? That one short mortal life might not be long enough for her? That's insanity. No one would choose. No need to argue about it now. Crisis first. Like, Alice is just like, hey, this is your decisions. But on the flip side, and the reason why there's all these knots and tangles to different images and possibilities is because it's also her decisions involved in this too. Not just yours. You may be settled on, you know, having human life with you, but is she settled on that? Do you think having one lifetime with you is enough for her? which we all know it's not. So, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I'm on page, 318, and of course Edward's sitting outside the house like a creep in a tree, like he usually does. And he gets there early and he's hearing Bella getting ready pretty much to go to bed. He's hearing Charlie, watching a game and probably asleep on the couch. And, he hears something different, which is a hairdryer, which he knows from watching her that she usually just sleeps with her hair wet. However, he's thinking maybe it's because she wants it to look nice, so and everything. And so he's like, the only explanation I could think of was that she wanted her hair to look nice, and as the person she planned to see tomorrow was me, that meant she must have wanted to look nice for me. Maybe I was wrong, but if I was right, how exasperating. How enduring. Her life had never been in deeper peril, but she still cared that I, the very menacing, threatening her life, liked her appearance. Oh, he's dramatic. Like, I get it. But, oh my god. Okay. Okay, so I'm on page 328, and I just finished chapter 15, and pretty much the back half of that chapter is all about Edward kind of reminiscing of the really solid memories that he had as a newborn, which is mostly a year after the whole craze. And how Carlisle kind of tried to protect him, kind of set it up everything, but after a year was like, okay, I think you're ready to start acclimating into human life. And this is where they meet, and I'm going to butcher these names. I know I am. Sibin? Sorry, I probably butchered it. And Maggie. And she says on the lines of, poor boy, I suppose Carlisle has imposed his old habits on the lad. That's why his eyes are so strange. How tragic to be deprived of the greatest joy of his life. So that caused him, after a couple of years after changing Esme and kind of trying to getting her acclimated to human life after kind of being separated and getting her acclimated to her thirst and everything, he decided to split from them to figure out what she means by this joy. And to be honest, he found out, even if he was drinking the blood and killing murderers and serial killers, all of that, it didn't bring him joy because it just made him feel more like a monster. And he couldn't understand the reasoning behind it. All he did, to be honest, he missed Carlisle and Esme a lot. And it might be the reason why he felt like he was changed for some greater reason other than the greatest joy of this life, which is blood. And now he references it, like everything now feels like has clicked into place with that saying since Bella has walked into his life. And of course, Alice calls him and says it's 80-20 now. Probability of you killing her. Or like, you not killing her. Sorry, I misspoke. So, very interesting. Pretty much he's finding, as he resolves a lot of issues that he's had over the year, his 80 to 100 years of existence, in resolving those for his love for Bella and to be that person he wants to be, his probability of not killing her goes up, and essentially pushing the beast down in the worst of his nature, which is his thirst for blood, keeps, disintegrating away. So, very interesting. And it might be the reason why Carlisle has also, even though I feel like he might have an affinity of a very strong will to, help him through this, because he was meant to be more than just I guess, what they would call a bloodthirsty vampire in his immortal life. So it's, going through the same resolve as everybody else, and his strong ability to protect human life and not destroy it. So maybe in a way he found that he might have sensed that, not realizing it in Edward, and that's why he changed him. But very interesting and fascinating. But I'm going to keep reading. Hello, everybody. Sorry I ghosted you for Saturday, but it is Sunday at like 11 o'clock in the morning. So hello, everybody. Sorry, my nose is like bothering me. But yeah, it is Sunday, so it is day 2 of the weekend. And so glad I am kind of pushing this vlog into Monday because pretty much we're supposed to get storms literally starting this afternoon all the way into like Tuesday. Like, chances of severe storms. So we're still in like the enhanced, which is like number 3 on the national weather scale of how severe the storms can be. But I think the winds are pushing it more north because we were like completely in the enhanced, and now like a southeast corner of our county is like in the slight risk and the rest is enhanced. So that means we're on the edge of it. So it'll be interesting to see what they'll say this evening with all of these winds, because I think it's supposed to keep blowing until I think tomorrow morning. So it'll be interesting. Sorry, I'm sucking on a cream savored lifesaver. Okay, we're good. So currently we're in the car because I'm heading to town because Lady needs dog food, and I figured I would go see what my father's doing since I haven't really talked to him except for Friday when I went to clean. So yeah, yesterday the reason why I didn't vlog so much is because we pretty much got up early. I had farm chores to do. My boyfriend had to make the meal for his cousin, technically, who is my best friend's little one. She had her birthday party yesterday. She is now 4. And then we had the birthday party in the afternoon. So when I got home, I was pretty tired, but then I went and hung out with my friend because I haven't hung out with her in a while. And she keeps pointing it out, and I'm like, I know, it's just been so busy. And he was like, you know what? I need to go hang out with her. I need to stop making excuses of how busy I am and just find time to go hang out with her. So I did. Watched Stray Kids videos. Think I have all of the Stray Kid members down, which is a K-pop group, except for Ian and Lino. For some reason, I keep getting those two confused. And they don't, I guess they kind of have a similar jawline, and that might be what's, messing with me, but they definitely don't look alike, like, when I see pictures of them. But, like, in the moment in videos, I'm just like, they look the same. Why do they look the same to me? Because they don't look the same. So, yeah, that was fun. Made my brain hurt a little. So, yeah, learning the members of Stray Kids. Pretty much got all of them down but 2. So, and yeah. And then I came home and pretty much went to sleep because it was like midnight. So I was like, I need to go to bed so I can get up at a reasonable time to do chores in the morning. This morning is the last time I have to do chores, so that's fine. However, chores this morning, this is why, okay, chickens are not bad. Like, I don't mind them per se. But they can be little, excuse my French, little shits. So, my cousin has a part of the coop blocked off because he has a hen that's laying or sitting. Well, I showed up this morning and they must have found a gap in the chicken wire because the hen that's supposed to be sitting was not even in there, and there was 4 other chickens including the rooster in there. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I had to pretty much figure out a way to get them back in, get the mom hen back in, which technically they have 2 of the same color and the same breed. So I didn't know exactly which one it was. So once I got everybody situated, I watched and to see which one sat. And then when the one sat, I got the other one out. So everything's fine, and I found some more baling twine to kind of to close off the gap that they had made in between. Because I thought it was just one piece of chicken wire. No, it's 2 pieces trying to be connected together. So, yeah, very interesting. But hold on, guys. I'm going to let you guys go because I'm almost to Baumgart's. So Be back in a flash.